Welcome to the audio excerpts of special seminars and conversations with Nolan Narula on gettingpositivekarmanow.com.
So, as Apoorv was saying, so I was just reflecting on my mother's behavior pattern. That whenever, actually, my father is quite a bossy type of person. Yes, whenever he actually says something, so she gets into a protective mode and she wants to do. So she helplessly tries to do whatever she can to ward off the conversation or the conflict, and in that eventually she is going into bad health. Yes. So should these
Doing things like what? You can't change her pattern. She's used to it. That's her life. She won't change it.
So how do we heal that?
You have to fix yourselves. You can't interfere with that. How will you legislate your father will change anything? Because this has become kind of a old, tried and tested pattern which both the parties are comfortable with. You can always try and, keep pushing your father to change his ways. And if that's not happening, then what else can you do? You can't tell mother to take a proactive position because she won't know how to do that. Only he will have to change. And if he's not going to change, then he will give you all kinds of arguments. And even if it is a situation that maybe you hire a servant to do all these things, you will find 20 reasons as to why those servants are useless.
You.
Hmm?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Because that is their relationship. That has become an essential part of it. And how old is your father?
77.
Difficult to change him. He might calm down or cool off, but established patterns of bullying are not going to be changed.
It's actually really difficult at times. I'm in a state where I just submitted, very grateful. And he is one person, sir, he is actually ungrateful for everything around him.
That's okay.
His parents who have already passed away.
Hmm.
Because that also actually, I had a very good relationship with my grandfather. And he always says blah 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 for him. And so sir, it's a very...
If your father is a Sarela Karela, what can you do about it?
That's a really a healing challenge for me. So one thing I have done, sir, I have stopped saying anything. So that is actually working a bit. So that's working a bit.
Yeah, Sarela fellow, what will you do? Learn not to be like him. That's the lesson.
That's the, sir, by your blessings you have changed me, sir.
But we don't know now. We have to ask your wife separately.
What you see is
What inherited patterns that you have got, you are forwarding them on to your wife in a modulated, modified form. According to your personality. She had been complaining about you also in the good old days. Don't you remember? In front of you only. Then
Sir,
your daughter also had
Yes, sir, but
things to
at that
point
time,
out.
sir, I did actually, I was not a good fellow.
No, I'm not saying you were not a good fellow. I'm just saying that you talked too much at that time and you pushed, I think, your opinions too long.
But sir, that has totally
Changed.
changed.
हाँ
180 degrees.
हाँ, तो अच्छा किया ना, तो
Sir.
हीलर है ना, बढ़िया है. That is good.
Although, sir,
So
I-
healing changes you, changes your personality
Yes,
also, changes
true.
so many things. All in a good way, as we can see. So that's always good.
Sir, when I had come for this enrichment retreat for seminar. When we completed it, I went back home and Papa and we discussed what I had learned. He told me what he had learned, and we compared our lists. That meditation you made us do, that what rich things means to you. So he had quite a few on his list, and I just had one thing. So I'm so grateful to my parents that they have. I think it is because of them that I have been connected over here, and I have never felt that there's been anything missing in my bringing up, or there's anything being missed. Because a few weeks back he was really upset that he thinks that he wasn't able to bring me up very well. So I just want Papa to know that maybe at times I get annoyed and I just tell him that you didn't got me that, or you didn't bring me this, but I never mean it. And I'm really grateful for healing, that we have so many things. I don't think
That's
that
wonderful.
we don't lack in anything.
No, you don't.
And with Sir being with us, we can never lack anything.
Okay, that's wonderful to hear.
So,
Good. Be nicely so connected with your family. That's a great thing. Good. So you've got a good certification, Ajay. Very good. Very nice. Yes, stick around. If you can all harmonize together, nothing like it. To have a wonderful support system, which then you should not even think that if I had this, that, or the other, that this should change. So that's worth a lot. That's worth a lot.
A family where everybody is connected with the
Yeah.
center, that really helps a lot.
That helps.
At home also, to talk and to interact and because you have a one-pointed goal then.
Right.
So then, ultimately everybody reminds each other also as a feedback. That happens quite often with us at home. So we get connected, and we also ask now our servant also for feedback many a times. Okay, what have you felt during this? Because he also listens intently. So, especially when we were preparing for the song,
Yes, you shared with us that time. Yeah.
he said, take that.
I take the.
So that was the real feedback.
But Sir Karan and Angad had an amazing retreat.
Yeah.
They were full of it, and there was so much joy in the house.
Hmm.
There was so much laughter, and there was bonding between both of them, which I saw after quite a few years, because having lived separately,
Right.
they were connected, but they were jamming together and saying, "Bhaiya, ye wala gana kar," over music.
Wonderful.
And even now they are on the phone and over Facebook, and they're sending songs to each other and to the family.
Nice.
And it's very nice to
Oh,
have
nice,
that feeling. They both thoroughly enjoyed themselves. So grateful,
Yeah, it was a good fun
so grateful.
weekend.
It brought Karan back into the fold very, very firmly,
Very good.
and very grateful for that. So.
Yeah.
And he said, I was missing all this.
Hmm.
I'm so happy to be
How
home
nice.
again. I think that's what he said.
Yeah,
used the
how
word
nice.
Yeah, he
glad to
mentioned
be
that
home
on your
again.
previous day also.
Hmm.
He said that it's nice to be reconnected.
Great.
We are more calm now actually.
all the things happening. Like if she was sharing with her family, like there's something happening in my family also. But yes, I was disturbed for 2 days, like because I sometimes when they say it in the way they say it, or it's what they say it.
It's the way they say it.
It's the how part of it.
And it's like they're taking a superior position and you're an inferior person perhaps.
Yeah, I did have this key.
Yeah.
I must have been. We have must have been. And I was really looking back where we could have gone wrong and wait, but it was all circumstantial. Everybody's behaving the way they wanted to behave, and suddenly, and we are the
Bad ones.
yeah.
Yeah. That happens. Everybody else is okay except you. Because you're not the favorite ones. No? That's the whole problem. So there has to be the favoritism is there. The favoritism angle is going on also. No? So then some people are, but that's the way the relationships are. Even people say, children are the same for parents. They're actually not. Because there is some difference because the personality is different of the child. His needs are different. So you can't really be the same. In terms of equality, if I give this person this thing which is you are thinking is a benefit, actually he needs it, you don't. And then that's where the trouble starts. Because if you are discriminating that way, so then the solution to that is, okay, you got to give this guy the benefit, you give this guy a small benefit. So he doesn't feel left out. It's like when you go to a birthday party and there's a kid who has his birthday and has a younger brother or sister. The younger brother sister is feeling miserable. So if you know, then you get a small present for them also. So at least they feel that they are also acknowledged. And the thing to do is to say, oh, this is your elder brother or sister's birthday and you're so lucky and you're so this, and here's a little present for you also to celebrate your elder brother or sister. Parents say, nahi, tumhara nahi hai, tumhara to abhi aayega agle mahine. So the kids say, hey, I'm now downgraded, all thanks to this bigger brother or sister. So then that's another enemy position. So it depends how sensitively you handle the situation. Or how cleverly even,
Till now, sir, these boys of mine, they always tell me, one tells me I love the other one more. The other one tells me I love the other one more. And I tell them, this is eternally your problem. That you're always saying I love the other one more. So the younger one now tells me, why don't you go and stay with the elder one for a while? I said, fine, buy me an apartment, I'll go out. So they can't say a word then after that. Anytime they want me, I now have learned to put them in their place.
The other thing is because of the age difference, you can explain to them the love is shown differently.
Only 2 years, sir.
That's at that age, only 2 years is a lot of years. Who's only 2 years difference?
Pawan is elder.
So, you're talking about Amrit and Pawan?
Amrit and Pawan.
Okay, I thought you were talking about your grandchildren.
My grandchildren, no, so there's a lot of difference, but there's still the elder one, Mahir, is very jealous of me loving the other one. He is. But I take him out alone, I take him out for a dinner sometimes or lunch on my own. I have to
Good. Balance everyone.
balance everyone.
हाँ वो तो है ही. वो तो होना ही चाहिए.
But these two
Do the
big
best.
lugs keep fighting over me.
You've been listening to a discussion with Nala Narula on www.gettingpositivekarmanow.com.